We're starting day 2 of the introduction to the Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, which you guys will be get started reading tonight for homework. So basically what we're doing today is we're going to start with a video. You guys are going to watch a video and then you'll get to journal about what you thought about the video, as well as some other things. Then we're going to have a group discussion about what you saw and what you guys wrote in your journal. After that, we're going to do some group work and we'll end with an exit ticket. And your homework, like I said, is to read and annotate the first and second chapter of the Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, and post any questions you have on Schoology, and we can talk about them tomorrow. Your learning objective for the day is I will analyze the use and misuse of different controversial labels that are used to describe my different identities in order to compare to read Junot Díaz's novel, The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first, first we're going to start by watching this video on Junot Díaz. Has anyone heard of Junot Díaz before? Okay, good. So yeah, he wrote the book that we're going to be starting reading tomorrow. This is an interview that he did where he talks about Sammy Sosa. He says some interesting things about what we're going to start talking about. So I'm going to play it for about 2 minutes, and I'm going to stop it, and then afterwards you guys are going to journal, and then whatever thoughts you have in your head we can talk about after the journal. Okay?
It's because I know that.
Okay, so this is your journal. So the question, if you guys can take out a sheet of paper and just answer this, or take out your journals and answer this in your journal. And we're going to take about 3 minutes of you guys writing about this. So the question is, what does identity mean to you? And what are some of your identities based on that definition that you have? And then think about the time that we're living in right now with social media and politics. Should we share our identities right now the way the world is? Why or why not? So I'll set a timer for 3 minutes and just go ahead and write. So let's talk about this. I want to hear from at least 5 people, and you guys can respond to each other if you want. So if someone says something and it sounds interesting to you and you want to respond to it, just go ahead, raise your hand right after they're done talking, and then just make sure you reference it. So does anyone want to share their definition of what identity is, or what identity is to you?
I think I grew up in a family where my mom constantly reaffirmed my identity by telling me I was Latina, any chance she got. So I think identity has to do with what you were told your identity was sometimes. So I just identify as Latina even though people look at me and don't really know.
Yeah, okay, so that's something that you were told when you were a little girl, so that kind of always resonated with you. Do you still feel like
Yeah,
you're like,
I am. And any chance I did, I would be like, oh, I'm raising my hand right now in front of everyone.
right, okay, good. That's a good thing. Does anyone else? Yeah, go ahead.
Identity for me was the things that I embodied that society denied me of. So like for example, I was bullied about being a tomboy, and so like I'm very much like I'm a female and like want people to know that that's a part of my identity. Same thing about being Mexican, like people used to call me Pocahontas, but like I'm Mexican, so it's just like what people denied me in my past, and I'm most proud of to say that I am today.
Okay, so you bring up an interesting thing too, Carly, is that your identity is it's not just like your race, it could also be, like you said, like people always told you like you're a tomboy or whatever, but you're a woman, so that's like another part of your identity, so it can be other things. Anyone else? Oh, yeah.
I think that for me, religion can play an important part of identity, and I think for many others.
Yeah.
And I think that whatever your religion may be, it is something that we should share with others. Because I think it promotes tolerance and teaches others
matter how you feel or what you consider to be a part of, like society will place you in certain groups, like whether like you feel you're a part of them or not.
Right.
So your identity is like self-defined and like then also like simultaneously defined by society at large.
Yeah, so you bring up a good thing too. So what other people think of you sometimes can shape your identity, and that can stay with you a lot. So that's good. Anyone else? Okay, good. Thank you guys, those of you who shared. So this is just a reminder for you guys to start a new section in your binder for the book that we're going to be reading, which is The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. In your binder, and everything that we're going to be doing today will be at the front of that section. All right, so we are going to do group work now. So the reason that we kind of talked about identity is because in the book that we're going to read, that's a big part of the main character's struggle. It's deciding whether who he is based on his race, based on things that are going on around him. There's a lot of language also in the book that maybe we might not be too comfortable with, but I want us to get comfortable with that because we're going to be seeing it all throughout the book. So if it's something that we can't deal with right now, or we're not like mature enough to deal with, which I hope we are because we're 11th graders, I think we should deal with it right now. So what we're going to do today is read the prologue of the book. Can anyone tell me what prologue is?
It's like what comes before the main chunk of the book.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, so it's what the author chooses to start their book with before they actually start their story. Can you hand these out on this side of the room, please? And while we're kind of handing that out, I do want you guys to annotate this. I don't want you to annotate it while we're reading it out loud. I want you to annotate it when you're reading it again in your groups. Okay, so how we're going to read this is I will start reading it, and then when I'm going to stop wherever I feel like stopping. And then when I come up, if I'll ask for a volunteer, and if there's not a volunteer, I'm going to pick someone. Okay? All right, so now we're going to get into, I want to do groups of 4. You guys are going to read it again, and while you're reading it, you're going to annotate it on your sheet. And then once you guys are done, we will answer all these questions together. I would like each of you to have your own sheets or take
I wrote like a regular.
Conflict of learning or wanting to learn.
Yeah.
Not feeling like he belongs in the first place, but still sad that he is conflicted.
Right.
He has any questions?
Seeing the education.
Actually,
Yeah,
don't
you're right.
There's too much for it to not to say like no. There's rhyming, but like no.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to really be. Just sounds like oh yeah, here's a couple words.
Yeah, I think
There's a couple.
there's it's like a different, like it's completely from where we're, yeah, that's why there's a lot of language that it's like.
Yeah, it's like every sometimes.
Yeah.
Never decided if you wanted to write poetry or a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
It's interesting. The language is kind of weird.
yeah. That's what I was talking about. Like, I couldn't decide on whether I wanted to be from.
Yeah, it's colloquial. I think it's trying to. It's from. I think it's a language that we're getting at the region it's from.
It seems like the switch
Like
it's
conflict with
Like from
himself.
right.
Yeah.
And like not
I mean, eventual things from a story could be something like,
Good, Jackie.
killed it.
Good job.
Yeah, based on
yeah, right, it's different forms.
Well, it's funny that it says like the first line.
Something about it.
Time to like start